Okay, so here it is. So if you want to be the DevOps engineer, I'm sure you must be from different backgrounds, different technologies you must have learned. You must be totally fresher, new to IT industry. Okay, from different areas or arena you must have come, right? And everybody wants to become a DevOps engineer. But I know you must have Googled and found videos and tried to do your own research, and you're really getting more and more confused. So yes, we'll talk about that. I'll talk about the problems in the IT industry, how people are struggling and how DevOps can make that better, and how DevOps are again started struggling now. But before we get into that, I would like to give you a little motivation from an actual statistics. So last year's statistic 2020, this year's have still not come. There are organizations who collect statistics, like there is Atlassian, there's Puppet. These companies are known to collect statistics on DevOps. So we're going to talk about that for a few minutes, so you get a motivation, right? Are you heading in the right path or not? So see, it's been a long time. I've been working in DevOps from 2013, 13 exactly. I would say 2013. From that time, I started working into DevOps, and I have seen this a decade of evolution in DevOps. But for a long time, DevOps was not a corporate term, and now we are thankful that DevOps is a corporate term now. Okay, there is a designation now, DevOps. Uh, and it said that over 90% said DevOps has direct impact on their business metrics. Okay, so the DevOps directly affects the business, but there are still obstacles. Okay, and this is where you fit in. 80%, 85% of the people are facing barriers in DevOps implementation, and this implementation is mostly because of lack of skills and legacy infrastructure, and both are actually interrelated. Okay, so if we talk about more statistics, yeah, so 99% says that they have positive impact on their organization if they implement DevOps, but 78% had to learn new skills. This is last year's statistics, by the way. uh, I'm going to give this link to you so you can also see this. Come on, go next page. Why it's not going next page? Okay, just a moment. Yeah, there. That's what I want to show you. So 85% of people, as we discussed, are facing implementing DevOps, and out of that, 37% are having lack of skills. 36% are having legacy infrastructure. That means still data centers, physical machine. Most of the people are not migrating to cloud. If they're migrating to cloud, they're not using containers. So you are going to learn all those things. And 35% are still adjusting with the corporate culture. Now, all this 85%, I would say, is because of the lack of awareness and skills. So we will understand in today's demo what exactly is DevOps. There are so many myths, misconceptions about DevOps, and as I have seen the evolution of DevOps for around 9 years, so I think I would be talking it for very responsibly, what really DevOps is and how it is changing the world. So let's get into it. So I'll give you a link of that PDF file. You can download it from Atlassian website. You can check all the statistics. Okay, believe the numbers, not just the mouth. Okay, so most of the people are struggling with implementing DevOps, as already discussed with the statistics. And we try to learn, but there are new technologies coming in. Okay, I am always on the verge of learning. I always learn something new. More new technologies are coming. You have Kubernetes, you have Terraform, CloudFormation, many new technologies are coming, and which is confusing people more and more. So my name is Imran. I'll be explaining you what is DevOps, and let me talk about my experience. I have around 11 plus years of experience in DevOps and cloud computing together. DevOps, as I said, I started doing in 2013. You can check my LinkedIn profile. From the beginning of my career, I was always interested in automation. I joined IT industry as a systems engineer, but I always wanted to do some programming. So that's how I automatically came into DevOps, and that brings a lot of creative ideas. I have created a lot of projects also on Udemy. I'll send you the link. That's for advanced DevOps. So all those creative ideas, I have explained how you can implement over there. I am certified in various areas in DevOps and cloud computing, certified in Ansible, OpenStack, Gluster, OpenShift Kubernetes, Puppet. This is all from Red Hat. So I'm a Red Hat architect. In AWS, I'm certified in SysOps, DevOps, and I'm also a security specialist. So you're also going to learn in this course about security concepts, not only just DevOps, but some security concepts also with it, how to keep your infrastructure safe and secure. Also, in my distance past, I have done some certification like RSC, VMware, VCP, Python from EDX, and DevOps Foundation course. Okay, so these are some list of certification. There are a few more. I've not updated the slides. We'll talk about, if you have any questions on certification, I will be happy to assist you and help you which is the right certification for you. I'll take those questions. So this is the area that I have knowledge in: DevOps, cloud computing, scripting, and most important, collaboration, how you're going to collaborate with everybody in the organization. Okay, so this will be your skill set after you're done with the course. And as I always say, it's about my passion, guys, towards training. What I implement in the projects, I would like to share those things. And previously I used to do it in the companies, in the IT industries freely, because I was always interested in training, and that's how I came in training as well. So it's not just some part-time business that I'm doing. It's my passion. Okay, so why you should learn DevOps? Let's get that straight. You have already seen the statistics. I think I've already convinced you, or the numbers would have convinced you. But see, DevOps is one of the top skills that the employers are looking. You can check again statistics, Business Insider, Forbes. You make a small search, but again, as I said, trust the numbers, not just the mouth. So yeah, that's one reason why you should be doing DevOps. Also, of course, at the end of the day, money matters. So it's also one of the highly paid job. Okay, you can check your own you can post your question on Quora. Also, you can check on PayScale, Indeed, Glassdoor, right? And you can see how much average salary a DevOps engineer is taking per year in different part of the world. Okay, and you will be amazed, I promise you that. And the third reason, which I say is the most important reason why, if you're still reluctant and you have not made the decision, you're not sure whether will this be surviving for a long time or not. Okay, the third reason will clear your doubt. See, from a long time, IT industry is divided into two zones: development and operations. Developers creates the software, operations team delivers those software, and there is a gap in between this from a long time. Okay, and DevOps can fix that gap and make your delivery faster, efficient. So we are going to focus on the objective. The objective of DevOps is to deliver code quickly and efficiently at an enormous phase. DevOps can fix the delivery problem. Okay, if it doesn't make sense too much, think about it. You have an idea, you are starting a production plant, you're manufacturing something, clothes, food, think of anything. Okay, you have the best of the plant, you can manufacture the best of the items in the market, but you are not able to deliver it on time. Even if you're able to deliver it, then it doesn't go in the right structure. Maybe think about chips, right? People get those chips food packet, right? And they're broken, right? People will not like it. So my point is, development is as important as the delivery. If you're not able to deliver, you don't make money. But if you're able to deliver fast, quick, and efficiently, then you make money. Now you can relate this to today's let's leave that. I don't want to get into COVID-19 again. Okay, I was about to give an example on COVID-19, but it's fine. Let's continue. So DevOps can fix the delivery problem, and that's why people are ready to pay a lot of money to DevOps engineer, because there is, as we have seen, 85% of the people are not equipped, right? So there's a huge gap, and you can fit in those gaps. So if I gave you good reasons why you should be learning DevOps and why everyone needs DevOps, let's understand what exactly is DevOps. Oh, before that, why you should do it from me. Okay, no sound. Hey, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Someone put it in the chat, no sound. Can someone please respond to Abhimanyu, that you are able to hear me? Thank you. All right, so why me? There are so many courses. See, so let me talk about few things about the training that I've conducted. I've trained thousands of people in DevOps, and my main focus is on real-time implementation. Initially, when the course starts, will be very basics. It's going to start from the very basics, but in 2 weeks of time, you will understand then how we are doing a real-time implementation. Okay, so whatever I implement in real-time project, I'm going to show it to you how you can do it. I will teach you how you can excel in this software delivery. By the time the course ends, we would have done 5 projects in delivering the code quickly and efficiently, as I said. And I'll teach you how big tech companies uses this platform, this methods, this technique for the code delivery. Now, one problem that I see is people who are already trained into DevOps tools, they are not able to integrate them together. That's the biggest problem that is happening today. I'm talking about the people who are already trained in DevOps tools. There are many tools, right? There's Jenkins, there's Ansible, there's Docker, there's Kubernetes, then on cloud you have EKS, EC2, and so many technologies you have. How do these technologies work together? Because we will need all these technologies or many multiple technologies to create code delivery pipelines. How these technologies work together, how you can integrate. That's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're going to learn technology, we'll integrate. We learn the other technology, we'll integrate. So every technology that we learn, we keep integrating them. Okay, and I have put a lot of efforts in creating the exercises, projects we have in the course. You have documentation, all the documentations. From the beginning till the end of the course, I'll be talking about interview questions. You have to take notes on those things. That will be good for you. So it's not just going to be question and answer interview questions. It's going to be the interview question that we do. Okay, hands-on. I'm very passionate about training, so you will not see that passion going away. All right, that's important, right? All right, so now let's understand what is DevOps. So I have bragged about myself. I explained you what is DevOps and what you need to do. Let's understand what exactly is DevOps and what will be your job role, what you have to do if you get a DevOps job. So there are many explanations, right? Some people say that it's about automation and scripting, right? But it's not only about that, because I've been doing automation from the beginning of my career. Okay, so we don't just say that this is just automation. It's not just also cloud computing. Some people confuses DevOps with cloud computing. Yes, we use cloud computing a lot, but that's not the only thing. DevOps is about culture. From the management point of view, you will hear this. Okay, we have to adopt this culture. And some people say it's about tools, but then again, what tools? How many tools are there? So see, you must be from some or the other background, and based on what background you are, you will have a mindset. Okay, let's set up a stage and understand DevOps. The slides that you're going to see in this DevOps introduction is from my animated video that I have created for DevOps. I'm going to send its link to you. You can watch that animated video also after this. So let's start from the development side of DevOps, software lifecycle. Okay, a little background, right? What's a software lifecycle? Anybody who wants to create a product will start from an idea. There will be an idea, right? Google was an idea, Facebook was an idea, Twitter was an idea, right? All these big names, Amazon was an idea, right? So this idea comes first and then the implementation of it, right? So let's talk about Betty, some fictional character. Okay, Betty, she is into arts. Okay, she create art pieces, paintings and monuments and stuff, and she's very famous in the local market. Okay, I'm telling you a little story. Everyone likes a story. Okay, just be with me for a few minutes with this story. So she's pretty famous in the local market. Okay, but she wants to expand. She wants to expand the business. She wants to go national, international. What's the best way? Everyone knows today, right? A mobile app, right? She can be serving to the global audience. If there is a mobile app, people can download, install, right, and purchase items from there. like a e-commerce site, right? So she gets this idea, but she has no idea about technologies. Okay, she's from arts, right? Mobile app development will need developers, testers, system admins, cloud computing engineers, security professionals, many people working together, creating, delivering, and maintaining this app. She does not have any idea about this. So she has two options: either she can set her own IT company, or she can approach a software consulting firm. So she decides to approach a software consulting firm, and she explains the idea. Now this business consultant will listen to the idea, what Betty wants to create. Let's understand some concepts before we continue the story. Now this will trigger something called a software development process. Okay, the app idea will trigger software development process. This is a very well organized process, very well defined process. If you're from computers background, you'd already know what I'm saying. Okay, so please be patient for a few minutes. So first step in the software life cycle will be requirement gathering. Okay, all the requirement that Betty needs will be collected. User requirement will be collected. System requirements will be collected. And this is information collection part. Okay, requirement gathering. The second step is planning based on those requirements. Right? How much will be the cost? What resources will need? What will be the risk associated with it? All those things will be planned in the second stage. In the third stage, after the planning, the designing will start. Like the architects, right? The house architect or interior designers, right? They're going to create design documents, right? Nowadays, if you go, they'll give you 3D, three-dimensional diagrams, right? Pictures or videos. So in the software industry, we have architects who designs the software. Okay, and they're going to produce design documents, which will be, by the way, the roadmap for the developers to develop the product. So the next stage is development. Here the bunch of developers will sit together. Based on the design, they will start the development process. Okay, this is where those thousands of lines of code, all those things will be written. Then there will be a testing phase. Software testers or quality assurance team, QA in short we call them, they're going to test the product. Before the product goes live, the product will be tested for defects, any problem, right? Performance testing, functional testing, there will be different kinds of testing. If it checks out fine, then it goes to the deployment state, where operations team, system admins, cloud engineers, security professionals will be in charge in deploying, running, maintaining, and securing the product. Okay, and then it will be regular maintenance. The maintenance is not just repair work. Maintenance is also changes, regular changes. So based on the user new requirement, or if there is any vulnerability, any problem, any fix, so developer will release patches. These patches needs to be applied to the product. So there will be regular changes, and at the same time operations team need to make sure the product maintains 24/7 uptime. Okay, 24/7, 365 days uptime, right? If it's accessed like that, right? So there should be uptime and changes regularly, and that's a very thin balance, by the way. Okay, let's see the process in a cyclic view. So first you have requirement gathering, then you have planning, then you have designing, where architects will design, then you have developers who are going to develop the product, software testers are going to test the product for any defects, then it will be deployed and maintained. Any new requirement, okay, again the cycle starts. So this is a cyclic process, right? This is called as software development life cycle, in short SDLC. Again, if you are already from IT industry or from computers background, you would already know this, right? Well, I'm telling you all this. We'll come to that point in few minutes. See, SDLC has different models. You have waterfall, agile, spiral, big bang, and many more. So we are going to do a comparison between waterfall model and agile model. Right? If you're still confused, what is this model? Well, think of them as different road or roadways to reach a destination. If you're traveling somewhere, if you're driving, riding, and there are multiple roads to reach your destination, you will decide, so you have to make a decision, right? And you're going to make decision based on various factors: time, cost, risk. So based on this factor, you're going to decide which road is right for me. Same as this SDLC models, based on the requirement, a particular model will be chosen. So from a long time, there was waterfall model. It's a legacy model, old model. Very less people use this today. Why I'm discussing this, you'll understand that in a moment. But let's understand waterfall model first. So waterfall model, first phase is requirement gathering. It works in phases. All the requirements will be collected first. Once this is completed, I say completed, then the water is full over here, it falls down. Then comes the design phase. That's why it's called as waterfall, right? When this is full, when the phase is completed, then it goes to the next phase, design phase. In design phase, the architects are going to design the product. Once they have designed the entire product, and focus on my words, my choice of words, I'm using words like completed, okay, complete, so design phase is completed, and then it moves to the implementation phase when the complete product is developed. Choice of words, complete product is developed, or a part of the product is developed, then it moves to the testing phase. Okay, when the product is, then when all the product, when all the features of the product, again choice of word, all the features of the product are tested for defects, then it will be released for implementation. The developer, the operations team is going to deploy and maintain the entire product. Again choice of word. Now here things works in phases. When a phase is completed, then it moves to the next phase, and it's not going back. Okay, it doesn't go back. To have a working piece of software, it may take months of time. Okay, if you have a new idea, you can't inject it because you can't go back in this. Water doesn't go back, right? That's why it's called as waterfall model. So you cannot accommodate changes. Today is the time when the world is changing so fast. Okay, new requirement. Again, pandemic has changed the world more further. Okay, so this waterfall model has a lot of issues. It doesn't scale well in today's time. We can't make regular changes. If you want to see the product, may take months of time. And the idea that was fresh today, after let's say 6 months, it took, after 6 months that idea may not be fresh, right? So coming back to a story, Betty explains the requirement, right? And let's say this is the developer. Let's take someone's name, Shiva. Let's say this is Shiva, the manager of the development team. And he decides by listening to all this that, hey, Betty wants regular requirement change. She's not sure about the requirement. So upfront, we can't take all the requirement. We need to alter the requirement. She would like to observe the development and would like to see it regularly, how it's progressing. So definitely waterfall model doesn't work. Okay, Thanos has arrived. No, I just saw that someone named Thanos has joined. It says Thanos has arrived. Who is Thanos? Really, your name is Thanos? Okay, don't just wipe out half of the people. Okay, guys, please give your proper name so we can contact you then. All right, coming back to the story. So waterfall model is a no-go. Okay, things are going to change regularly, so definitely no waterfall model. So they decides that we're going to break down the requirement. Any product is list of features. Talk about any product. You have different features in a product. You have chatting feature, you have mailing feature, video calling feature, cart feature. There are different features in a product. So as per the requirement from the Betty, the product is divided into different lists. The features are divided into different lists. Okay, small list. Instead of working on the entire product at once, it's divide and roll. Okay, so first 2 to 4 weeks we're going to work on these 4 features of the product. Once this is completed, we're going to give a demonstration to the Betty, and if this is good, then we move to the next iteration. I'm using the word iteration. Move to the next iteration. If there is any changes, we can inject the new iteration. So here we have feedback. We can get feedback from Betty, and we can inject new ideas or remove old ideas. Okay, now this is called as agile SDLC. Okay, here things doesn't work in phases. Here it works in iteration. Okay, every iteration could be 2 to 4 weeks. Iteration is a time frame. Okay, a time frame, 2 week or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, not max more than that, not less than 2 weeks. So in every iteration, the requirements, the planning will be done, but the designing, development, testing, deploy, and maintain, then move to the next iteration. So every iteration, before moving to the next iteration, the feedback will be taken. So there is a feedback loop, which is very important. Okay, now when the product is completed, then the product will be already well tested. There's already, it's updated, you get regular feedback, so you keep updating the product. Also, you don't need to wait for months to release the product. Okay, maybe 2 iterations, 3 iterations, the product is good enough to release. You can release the product, and then you can again keep adding new features later. You can get more feedback from the real users. So there are a lot of benefits in agile. Now, this is not a development class, so I'm not going to suddenly start talking about agile, but being a DevOps, you're going to work in an agile team, so you should have some idea about agile. We'll talk about that in the class. But my main intention was here to show you how agile has started DevOps. Now, whenever the customer has new ideas to implement, uh, then it can be implemented in next iteration, right? So okay, so now let's talk about a little build and deploy process. Okay, in short, so developers, while they're developing the product, let's say they're working in the first iteration. Okay, they're developing they're writing the code. When they write the code, they will build the code. Build process is where the software is created from the code. Okay, and then it will be tested in the local environment. Developer will test them. Okay, and they run multiple builds. Out of that, they'll say, okay, this is good to go in next level, not production. It will be moved to staging environment. Okay, staging environment, the product will be tested more further, and if this is good, then it will be promoted to production environment. So this will be a regular process because there'll be regular changes, right? Regular code changes, and this will be a regular process. Now, when this happens, this build and deploy process, so many times it happens that the software testers who wants to test the product, they're not able to access the application because of some issue, some error, some problems. Okay, and then they're going to contact the developers, and developer will say, hey, operations team, you have deployed the product, so it's responsibility of operations team to deploy the product. So it's developer will say, no, you made a mistake, right? But operations team will say, I have deployed it with whatever steps I have got. Okay, now this initiates a fight between development and the operations team. We'll talk about that in a moment, but this will be continuous process. It will be continuous error. So continuously, they'll be approaching the operations team, and this happens. Now, it also fails in production environment. Even if all the testing is done properly, then also again it fails in production environment. And here the developer will say that it's not my problem. My product was working fine in the dev and test environment. It's not working in production environment, so it's operations problem now. Okay, so there is a blame game. So the blame game starts. Why it's failing? Why, if it's working in testing environment, then it should be working in production environment, but it's failing? Okay, there are many reasons. Okay, and this is very important slide. Okay, why it is failing in production environment? The operations team is going to deploy the product based on the information they have got. Okay, so they're making an assumption that whatever worked in development environment will work in production environment. Okay, but the reasons of failures are many. One of them, the biggest reason, is dev and production environment are different. They are not regularly synced. Production environment will have more security, may have different versions of softwares. They have different network, or better network, I would say. Okay, more robust. Dev environment is a simple environment, maybe few computers running, and they're deploying the product and testing it over there. So they're basically just testing the product, not the infrastructure. Also, new development and new tools are making the code development faster, but the operations team is not able to cope up with it. Okay, again, biggest problem is biggest problem is the developers are releasing new features quickly, but operations team are not able to cope up. They're not able to deploy all of them so quickly. Why they are not able to deploy, we'll talk about that. Production servers, remember, always needs some kind of tweak, some firewall rule change, some DB change, some version change, and this information is not given to the operations team. Okay, at the OS level, at the network level, there will be different changes that needs to be conducted, which developer will do in their machine, but they'll not inform this to the operations team. Okay, so these are three very popular reasons why the deployment fails in production environment. Okay, and all this is because there are no clear instructions of deployment. Basically, communication gap. Okay, because of the communication gap, this is happening. I will discuss about that. Okay, so their regular code changes. Betty is giving new requirements. Okay, so their regular code changes because of agile, and regularly it needs to be deployed to the servers, and regularly it needs to be tested. This is a continuous process, multiple times in a week, multiple times in a day. This will be happening. Okay, but there's too many deployments. Operations team is not able to handle this. I like this picture. Look how cool developer looks, and look how scared operations team look. Okay, I'm no one side. Okay, I worked in both area, by the way. So because of agile, there's regular deployment request, and operations team is not able to cope up with this. Why they are not able to cope up with this? We have to understand. Operations team will be already busy in the production environment. They need to make sure the system is always up and running. Okay, stability matters over here. Operations team is ITIL process driven. As developers are agile driven, operations team is ITIL driven. ITIL is more of approvals, like government office works, right? Approvals, documentation and all. Maybe very small change, but it takes a very long time, right? And again, they don't have clear instructions. They're already busy with production environment, and they have to work also on release management. Okay, deploying to non-prod environment, testing it, right? But remember, in all this, the customer is suffering. This is a problem from a long time. Okay, customer is suffering because of all this, because you promise the customer that we are going to demonstrate this in next 2 weeks, and but things are not deployed. We are having a lot of errors, and deployment come always at the end. That is the biggest problem, I will tell you. In my own opinion, the deployment always come at the end. The development starts, and the testing is done, then deployment comes always at the end. This is how the waterfall mindset is from a long time. So many times the team will pass the deadline. They will not be able to meet the deadline because of these failures, these regular failures. Okay, this is dev versus ops, development versus operations. Before there was DevOps, there was development versus operations. Okay, see, developers are agile driven. You understood agile, right? Iterative, quick code changes. Okay, they want regular code changes. And operations team is ITIL driven. They focus on the stability. If you want to keep something stable, you don't want to make regular changes to it, right? So regular changes goes against stability in general. So these are two poles apart, right? So it's a very famous saying in IT industry. We say the operations team will use these words. Developer has just tossed their code over the wall. Take it, just deploy it. They don't care about it, just they developed it, just throw it. Okay, and I have seen this problem many times till today, and maybe for many years coming I will be seeing this problem. Okay, they don't care about the infrastructure, they don't know about the stability. Okay, point is they don't even care. Okay, there's in developers. Now here both are they. We are not developers, we are not operations still now. Okay, so they're just tossing the code over the wall, and operations team has to deploy it without any clear instructions. So development versus operation. Developer will always complain that the deployment is taking too long, operations team is not working, system admins are lazy. Operations team will say these people don't understand production system, okay, or generally the systems, no clear instruction. They are just giving me half-baked code, okay, which I have to somehow deploy. Okay, so these are the complaints, general complaints. Again, coming back to the customer, in all this the customer is suffering. This time Betty brought some customers, okay, to show them the product, how it is, and what she got was error. Okay, now this is very bad. Okay, now the product or the company owner, maybe the MDC or whoever you wants to say, knows that this is a business loss. Okay, unhappy customer means business loss. right? Employees may not care about it, right? But the one who is driving the business definitely knows unhappy customer means business loss. Okay, let's take this guy as Arun. I'm taking name from the chat, by the way. No, not from the chat, from here. Wait. Abhimanyu is done. Bhaskar. Let's say this is Bhaskar. Okay. Now Bhaskar is seeing all this problem. Betty, Reggie, okay, Shiva, okay, they're fighting with each other, right? Now, Bhaskar knows that this is a problem. This could mean business loss. Now, what I'm going to say you now is a real story, name changed, but Bhaskar remember that he has attended an agile conference, okay, where someone was talking about DevOps, how you can implement DevOps and you can make the code delivery faster and also efficient, okay. And this guy was talking about how development has become agile, but ops is still waterfall, okay, coming at the end. Okay, I will give me at the end, I will deploy it, okay, and then that's how the problem comes actually. Operation is still waterfall, okay. The guy who was talking in the conference is Patrick Debois, the person who actually initiated DevOps movement, okay. And let me tell you one more thing after this. The first company who implemented DevOps was Flickr in 2009 or 10, somewhere around that time. Flickr. Flickr has, in a conference, they talked about how they are doing 10 plus deployments per day by using DevOps, by implementing DevOps, sorry, by implementing DevOps. 10 plus deployments per day, production, 10 plus production deployments per day. Now, this was the time when any code change will take 5 days of time to get into production. I know that for sure. I was working in that time. Any change you want to make, it used to take 5 days of time for production because there was approval, documentation, unapproval, again documentation, again approval, and it goes on and on. Okay. So it used to take 5 days to make change in the production environment. Compare that with 10 plus changes per day by using DevOps, right? This initiated DevOps movement much more further when Flickr talked about it. So Bhaskar decides that I will rope in a DevOps consultant, and let's take another name for this DevOps consultant. You know what? I'll take my name, Imran. Let's say this is Imran. Okay. So he ropes in the DevOps consultant to fix this problem. But Imran doesn't have a magic wand. Okay. Cannot fix everything very quickly. Okay. So Imran explains that how DevOps is not just about tool or cloud computing or automation or scripting or culture. The DevOps starts with the communication first. See, there is development versus operations, right? So there is a fight. If there is a fight, how do we sort it out? Okay, we have to first of all communicate, right? Communicate. So communication is the first step. Developer needs to understand operations needs to understand development. They need to work together, collaborate together, work together, integrate the team, technologies, and the process. Communication, collaboration, integration. Now these are not just some words. I will explain this to you. You are here not only just to learn the tools, but you are here to what? Now I'm not going to talk in Hindi. This is in English. Okay, so this is the DevOps, so is not just about tools and technologies and scripting. Okay, it starts from the communications. I'm going to talk about this in the course, how you're going to do that. But let's come back to the story. Imran explains the development teams about stability. What does stability means? Operations. Okay, how operations is ITIL driven, how they need to make the product stable. Okay, production environment and stuff. Okay guys, please don't put your mail and phone numbers in the public chat. Put it to the organizer. Okay, send it to the organizer. Select organizer from the chat and send it there. Don't put it in the public chat. All right, coming back. So goes to the again to the operations team and explains about the agility. Operations team is ITIL driven, so they need to understand how fast and quick they need to do the changes, right? So as I said, dev need to understand ops needs to understand dev. This is communication. And the most important thing, and the second important thing, okay, not most important, the second important thing is automation. Imran inspires and trains everybody on automation. Okay, Developers are going to do build and build process. So how automate the build process. Testers, so automated software testings. Operations, automatic deployments, automatic code change. Cloud engineers, automatic code, infrastructure changes. Automation. Everything needs to be automated. Once you establish communication together, people needs to work and automate. And there are different things that you need to automate. A code build process is there. There's code testing process. There's software testing, infrastructure changes, deployments, everything. In a complete release management, from the idea till the production deployment, there are many stages. There's code build, code testing, software testing, infrastructure change, deployments, okay, and or anything else, any security patching, anything needs to be automated for sure. Then this is the second important. First is communication. Second, you collaboratively work together and automate everything. Now, when this is happening, this already brings teams together. Communication, collaboration doesn't mean sit together, work together, have tea together, have coffee, go out for party. No, when you do this, when you automatically, when you start automation, then automatically you'll be starting working together, right? So ops and dev team starts working together, and then everybody in the team starts working together like Avengers. Oh no, sorry, wrong slide. This one. So you have different people from different team. You have build and release engineer. Let's say Wamsi is build and release engineer. Bhaskar, oh, we already took Bhaskar. Okay, Sheikh Sadiq Pasha is the developers manager. Okay, and you have you have testers. Okay, that's okay. Who is from the chat? Deepa is the testers in software testing. Okay, system admin. Let's say Ashwit is the system admin. Okay, and let's say Arun is the DB admin. Okay, uh, all these people from different teams are going to work together, automate each and everything. DevOps consultant or engineer is going to drive this whole thing. Okay, need to help people in doing automation and integrate, most importantly. So everything is working, so everybody working together, automating everything, and then finally the integration. So all these small automation steps or scripts or frameworks needs to be connected together and integrated together. That means, and creates DevOps lifecycle. Okay, the end goal is to create a DevOps lifecycle from start till the end. The DevOps lifecycle is like this. First, you have the code. The developer creates the code, commits the code. Whenever the developer makes any code change, there should be an automatic process, code build, that's going to build the product. This will be an automatic process. It will trigger automatically. After that, the code testing will be done automatically by tools. Okay. Then code analysis, vulnerability assessment, all the code level testing will be done automatically. One thing is going to trigger the other thing. Next, delivering this code changes to the servers. Okay, non-prod, still no production, delivering the code to the servers. Okay, deployment to staging environment, or any database level change, security level change, patching, everything will be triggered and executed automatically. Remember, all these steps are automated by different people. Then software testing will get triggered automatically. Software testing will be conducted on the staging testing environment, will return the result. If the results are positive, then it will be deployed to production environment. Okay, then it's going to go live. The user traffic can be redirected to the new production environment. If you get a good feedback from the user, then we keep it, or else we can revert this also automatically. Okay, constantly will be monitoring things. This is DevOps lifecycle. People, take a look. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. You take a look in this process. Okay, again, please don't put your phone numbers and email ID in the public chat. Put it in the organizer chat. Select organizer from the chat. Okay, don't put it to the public. Hey, where is organizer? Just send it to the organizer. It's me anyways, and my team. Okay, muting myself. Just a moment. I have a question in the chat from Deepa. Why code analysis is next to code test? Well, these things will be mostly similar or could be different process. Um, when I say code testing here, this is mostly unit test, integration test. When I say code analysis, it mostly is vulnerability assessment, static code analysis. Looking for best practices. Okay, those things, analysis. Code testing will make sure the code works fine. Code analysis will give you and will foresee a problem in the future. If it comes, it will tell you, alert you, will force the best practices. It will give you code quality, better quality of code. Okay, now code testing is done together as the part of the build process itself. So mostly it will be code build and test together, and then code analysis. Okay, sometimes it's different also. Code analysis is conducted sometimes differently, once in a week, something like that, and will run for hours also. We'll understand this in the class, okay, when we do it real time. Now guys, this is the entire automated process. Okay, one thing triggers the other. Okay, it's like the dominoes effect. Dominoes effect, yeah, kind of. So automation is one thing, then integration, which is actually orchestration. Okay, so DevOps is not just about automation, it's about orchestration. And we'll understand that jargon if you're not clear about it, what is orchestration, but it's called as DevOps lifecycle in general. You must have seen this diagram. Yes, many times. Very famous diagram. Have you not seen this, right?
Yes, I have seen this.
What is this? Now, if you remove those technical terms, this is an infinite loop. Goes on and on, continuously runs. Now, DevOps lifecycle is like that. Why DevOps lifecycle will be running continuously? As in, not like continuously, but regularly, I would say, many times. That's because there will be regular code changes. A code change will trigger the pipeline, will trigger the lifecycle. Lifecycle will start. Any code change will trigger the lifecycle. And so that's why you will see this diagram. This is not technically completely true because this continuously runs, but DevOps lifecycle runs many times, not like continuously. Okay, so yeah, let's leave this one. DevOps lifecycle. Now this is also a very famous diagram, but I have thrown some tools over here to make you understand. If you know these tools, it's fine. If you don't know, then it's the same thing, DevOps lifecycle. So developer makes a code change, guys, like in a repository called as Git. It's a software repository. Now just have given one single tool at every step. There could be different tools also. Okay. Next is Jenkins, which is going to fetch the code change, run test, and build software or artifacts. You can just say a software for now. Okay, build artifacts. So Jenkins will integrate with many tools and technologies like Maven for Java, Docker for container build. Okay, and will build the software. And then it will store the software into repositories like Nexus. This is, build and store along with doing some testing. This is called as continuous integration, automated process. Push code, fetch change, run unit test, build artifact, store artifact. From push code to store artifact, this is continuous integration. In short, okay. Next, now software is ready. Now it's time for the deployment. So the software will be deployed to environments, means could be servers, could be serverless also. But anyways, think of, it will be deployed to some servers. Now server could be on a cloud, could be on data center. So if there is any change at the infrastructure level, that will be done automatically through some automation tools. Okay, and then the code will be deployed by using automation tools like Jenkins, Ansible. No, it can be done through Jenkins also, but yeah, Ansible, scripts, Puppet, Chef. Okay, it will be deployed to different environments. Then a load test and functional test will be conducted. This is all happening automatically. Okay, humans are not triggering this. This is already there. This triggers. Now deployment and testing will be done dev, QA, staging environment, then finally to the production environment. Again, when I say environment, it will be some servers, could be on cloud, could be on your data center. Okay, so fetch the code, build and test the code, store the software, continuous integration. Then change infrastructure level, change provisioning environment, deploying a build, running test. This is continuous delivery. From push code to staging, you see there, make it a little smaller. From push code to staging, this is continuous delivery. If you are also automatically deploying it to production, then it is continuous deployment. Even if there are containers, Dave. Okay, containers, just normal software artifacts or softwares in the containers. Okay, anything, same thing. DevOps lifecycle is for containers also. We'll be doing this for containers as well. And this is a continuous process. So what do you do in this? Well, you are in charge of setting up, maintaining this lifecycle. This is your job. This is your bread and butter, being DevOps. Okay, you have to make sure this is integrated. You will say, what all I need to automate if you have a question. Well, see, certainly you will not be automating everything. People ask me this question, do I will be doing software testing also? No. Do I be doing DB deployments also? Maybe, may not be. Okay, but see, for software testing, there are software testers already, and you just need to make sure they're doing automated software testing. Any manual thing is there, you will not be able to do a DevOps lifecycle. Not even a single thing can be manual. Everything needs to be automated. Your job will be to integrate everything together. That is definitely your job. Plus, you'll be doing lots of automation also, like system automation, cloud automation, okay, deployment automation, patching automation, rollback automations. All these automations you will be doing, but some automations you may not be doing, may or may not, I am saying, okay, because there are software testers who are DevOps engineers, so they know automation testing, so they can do that also. Okay, but you will have specializations there as well, right? But one thing is for sure, your job will be to integrate all this, and to integrate all this you need to communicate with everyone, collaboratively work together. Then only integration comes at the end. Okay, we'll come to the difference. Okay, let me just wrap this up. In few minutes I'll explain you then the course content also. Okay, now finally the DevOps definition. Now before I tell you the DevOps definition, this is my favorite definition, but keep in mind, you don't focus on definition, you focus on the objective. Your objective is code delivery. And when I say, guys, code delivery, it could be any kind of code delivery, not just a website code delivery. Okay, some people confuses it like that. Even this machine learning, there is data science, artificial intelligence, everywhere you have code, and code needs to be delivered. Okay, any kind of code, website code, web application code, DB deployment code, any kind of code. Okay, containers, you have any kinds of code you need to ship, you need to deploy. Your objective is to automate that entire process. Okay, so being said that, keep in mind objective is important, but let's see the definition also. This definition I got from internet, I like this definition a lot. DevOps is the philosophy of unifying development and operations team at culture, practice, and tools level, so you can achieve frequent deployment of changes to production. So there's objective and definition both here. Okay, so remember, culture, practice, tools. So is DevOps just a culture? No. Is just about scripting? No. Is it a tool? No. Okay, it's a philosophy of unifying development and operations team together so you can achieve frequent deployments, code delivery. So in short, in very, very layman language, if I tell you DevOps is about logistics. Okay. All right. Now, what are the skill set that you need? Okay, now in few minutes we'll talk about the course content and stuff, and then I'm going to take your questions. All right, so this is the first day of the class. By the way, I explained you what is DevOps, and now I'm going to talk about what are the skill set that you need to be in DevOps. Systems knowledge, operating systems knowledge, what are operating systems you're working on. Linux is definitely mandatory. Okay, and plus if you're working in Windows system, Windows administration. Okay, Windows knowledge, infrastructure knowledge in broad generally. Okay, what is storage, network, security, how these things work together, right? So general infrastructure knowledge, load balancers, port numbers, network. Okay, cloud computing skills. Today, by default, people will think that DevOps will know cloud computing. But let me tell you this: I have done DevOps in a project where there was no cloud computing. So cloud computing is not a dependency, but definitely cloud computing, if you have, you can automate infrastructure changes also. So DevOps leverages cloud computing a lot, and 90% of the IT industry is using cloud computing, and that is as per statistics. Okay, I'm not using just some numbers. More than 90% of the IT industry, companies in the IT industry are using cloud computing. So definitely you will be working in a cloud computing environment, and there are more than 90% chance of that. So that's why you should have cloud computing skills. It's one of the very important skill. SDLC knowledge, software development lifecycle, as we have discussed in the class in this demo. Also, when you work with the developers, you will understand more about this. Build and release automation, or should I say continuous integration. Push the code, fetch the code, build the code, test the code, store the artifact. Okay, that's continuous integration automation. Continuous integration itself means automation. Automation of operating systems task, software installation, starting service, configuration changes, those things you should be able to automate. Orchestration of continuous delivery process, assembling that all, integrating all this process together, integrating all this automation together and giving you continuous delivery. Okay, network and security knowledge. Yes, you will say, wait, are we system admins? Well, partially, I would say. Okay, you're going to use cloud computing. Cloud computing needs you to know network and security. Okay, so yes, you need to have that knowledge, and yes, containers, Docker, Kubernetes, definitely need network and security knowledge. Containerization. All right, today's time, it's hot. In few years, you will see all the softwares in the IT industry will be running on containers. It's just matter of time. Okay, they are anyways adopted everywhere, but production is not everywhere, but slowly it will be there. So these are the skill set that you should have, that I feel, and it's been there from some time. Now what we're going to cover in the course, let's talk about that, and then I'll take your questions. So guys, as I say, we do it like a pro. Okay, I'm not here to show you, deploy this and you see hello world, okay, hi in the website. No. Okay, when you have a real product, you get real challenge and you can learn real DevOps. So that's why we have a project called vProfile. We'll start implementing this from the second week of the course, and we're going to first set it up manually, and then we can automate that, CI/CD, containerization, Kubernetes, all those things we'll do on this project. It's a project written in Java, and there are multiple services in this project, so you get more challenges. Okay, so you have here services like Nginx, Tomcat, RabbitMQ, Memcache, MySQL, Elasticsearch. Okay, so you will understand once you set it up first on VMs, then on cloud computing, then you're going to re-architecture it on the cloud, containerize this, run it on Kubernetes platform, do CI/CD for this product. Right, so as you work in real time, I know most of the people don't have the real-time DevOps knowledge, but this is your chance to learn it like a pro. Okay, so what are we going to do step by step? Let's understand that. First step is very basic. Guys, please mute yourself. I'll take your question just a few minutes. Okay, so the first step starts from very basics. I know people come from different background into DevOps, and I have been training people like from different areas. Maybe testers, maybe a developer, maybe manager. All right, people from other industry also, like chef management, hotel management, mining. Okay, recently it was somebody very new. Anyways, yeah, so different people come from different background, right? So you should have some basics knowledge first. So in step one, we're going to do very basics of Linux. We're going to cover, then we're going to do server management on Linux. We'll see how to host servers on Linux. We'll use a tool called as Vagrant to show you virtual machine automation. We'll be going through basics of networking, and the networking is in two parts. First, you have basics, first part, and then we will be deploying a vProfile project on VMs locally in your laptop. Okay, you will have your own lab on your computer, on your laptop. Okay, so you need to have a computer definitely. Don't watch the course on the smartphone. Okay, this is a very hands-on course. This course every day will demand you to do something on your system or cloud systems. Okay, so this is not theoretical course watching. Very less slides you have in our course, that too just to explain you some points. Otherwise it's all practical, all hands-on. Okay, very hands-on. So you need to have a computer. I'm going to talk about prerequisite in the next class. Okay, what you should have prerequisite. But this is the first step that we're going to cover. If you are from a development background, or should I say non-ops background or non-IT background, then you will get very good knowledge over here, and then you can start learning the step 2. Okay, yeah. So once we deploy vProfile project locally in our VM, you will be gaining some confidence on your system. Then step 2, we're going to learn cloud computing, AWS. So here we're going to learn different services, and I'm going to just talk and give the name of the services for now. If you have a question, you can ask me later. So services like IAM, EC2 instance, load balancers, EBS volumes, S3, CloudWatch, RDS, auto scaling, Route 53, and then we are going to migrate our vProfile project to AWS cloud by using these services, and plus few more services. Okay, so we'll have project architecture something like this. You will have Route 53 CloudFront application load balancer, CloudWatch alarms, instances, S3 bucket, Amazon MQ, Amazon Elastic Cache, and Amazon RDS. Multiple services working together to give you real-time production grade application on AWS cloud. Okay, here you will gain lots of confidence. Yes, I can now host any project on AWS cloud like that. Then we're going to get into step 3. This is where we're going to start with continuous integration. So we're going to learn tools like Git, GitHub. We're going to learn tool Maven, and we're going to use continuous integration server Jenkins. We're going to learn how we use Jenkins as a build server, different jobs, how we're going to test this code, deploy the code, notify, and Jenkins administration concept like master slave, and integrating Jenkins with Nexus, SonarQube, continuous integration pipeline, Jenkins administration. We're going to do vProfile project continuous integration and also continuous delivery. Okay. No, Kiran, this is not a certification course. Okay, this is for real-time project implementation. So this, if for certification, I'll talk about after the class. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so we'll have a few pipelines, CI/CD pipelines like you see on the screen right now. Okay, where developer makes the code change, Jenkins is going to fetch the change, do code analysis, version and package the software. Then configuration tools is going to deploy to staging in production environment. Okay, and at every level we'll see notification and quality gates and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll have CI/CD projects then by using Jenkins and many other tools together. Then we are going to learn system automations. But before that, if you are from a ops background and you are not good in programming, scripting, or you never have used any programming language, then in this step we are going to cover scripting. So first we're going to cover bash scripting. Basics of scripting will do variables, conditions, loops. We're going to see how we can automate day-to-day administration tasks by using bash scripting. Then we will start Python scripting. Python scripting, we'll see first basics of Python programming. We'll see variables, data types, conditions, loops, functions, modules, and many other things. We'll then see how we can use Python for operating system task automation. And also I will be showing you how you can use Python for cloud automation also. And by the way, to automate anything, you can use Python, which I will show you how you can do. But once you gain knowledge here, it's actually not doing automation, but gaining automation knowledge. Okay, equipping yourself with programming skills. If you don't have, if you already have, then you can skip this session also if you want. Okay, step 4, if you want to skip, you can skip, but at least do bash scripting. Then we're going to learn Ansible tool. Now Ansible is an automation tool, and there is no scripting here. You don't need to know programming language, but if you know programming language, then you can master Ansible and any other automation tool. That's why we cover first scripting and then Ansible. So in Ansible, we can do lots of things, lots of automation. In 2 projects also we have in this. So you're going to see a lot of modules. We're going to see what are playbooks, variables, conditions, loops, handlers, templates, and many things. Okay, variables in deep, roles. How we're going to see how we can use Ansible for AWS automation, and then we're going to do vProfile project setup by using Ansible. Okay, so here we're going to master Ansible. Okay, these are the project design, which I'll show you later. Then step 6 is AWS part 2. AWS is not done. Okay, so here we're going to get more advanced with AWS. We're going to go in deep into networking, VPC in depth. We're going to cover. We're going to talk about log management and custom metrics, how we can do it by using CloudWatch, AWS CLI, S3 CLI, Beanstack. New service we'll see Beanstack and RDS, which where we're going to deploy again vProfile project. We're going to re-architecture, refactor vProfile project on AWS. Then we're going to learn some developer and DevOps services on AWS, code commit, code build, code pipeline, and we're going to do complete CI/CD on AWS for vProfile project. Again, one more project. If you are observing, you will see every tool that we learn, we implement it for vProfile project. Okay, so we keep integrating. Okay, we're going to see Route 53 routing policies, different deployment strategies like blue, green, A/B testing, all those things. Okay. Now, final step is Docker and Kubernetes containerization. Okay, very hot topic today. So we're going to start with Docker introduction. We'll understand what are containers. We'll see different features like volumes, networks, logs. We're going to build our vProfile project on Docker. So we're going to build images, Docker images. We're going to use Docker Compose to run our vProfile application. Then we're going to see Kubernetes, how we can set up containers for production environment. We're going to see that. EKS, Kubernetes, different objects we'll be learning like pods, service, controller, deployments, replication, auto scaling, resource quota, secret, config map, namespace. These are the objects that we're going to see in Kubernetes. Okay. And of course, vProfile project deployment on Kubernetes. Again, back to our project. Right. Oh, we also talking about CI/CD for containers. I should put that in the next slide. I did that. I don't know what happened. Okay, so in containers, we'll have first containerization of our project. That is one project. Other, we are going to execute our vProfile project on Kubernetes. That's the second one, and we're going to also do CI/CD for containers. Okay, and then you have, along with this, you will get videos after the course for Terraform, AWS security, and CloudFormation. Okay, so this course is going to take you from the very basics of DevOps to intermediate or some project advanced also. Now, if you have more hunger, or if you already know most of these tools and technologies, then you can do my DevOps project course on Udemy. I'll send you its link. Okay, this is more advanced, many more. There are 20 projects in this course, but you should know all these technologies that we have covered in the course, either from my course or from somewhere else. If you have learned, then also you can go directly with this advanced project. Okay, we launched it 2 months back, and I'm getting really very good feedback for this DevOps projects. I'll send you the link of this. If you already are DevOps, then you can just start with this. All right, so wrapping up, guys. So course USP. See, I focus on real-time implementation. I've already explained those concepts to you. We're going to implement projects. We have projects to implement our skills. Sorry. Anyways, we're going to implement project also. We're going to have Google Classroom, from where I'm going to give you assignments, and we can collaborate from there. All the documents, scripts, everything you're going to get from Google Classroom, plus assignments also. If you're interested, you can do assignments as well. We have lots of material. I have the Decoding DevOps book. I'll send you the link of it. We have the PDF copy also that you can download. We're going to follow this book in the course most of the time. Along with that, we have lots of other documents and scripts and code that you will be getting. Okay. So these are the USP of the course. I have explained to you all this. Now it's me been talking for a very long time. I know that. Now it's your turn. You can ask me questions first I'll take some question from the chat. When class are going to start? When class is going to start from next week, probably on Thursday. I want to in Azure. What is that English? I want to in Azure. So there is no Azure in our class. Okay, this we are going to use AWS Cloud Computing, not Azure. Timings will be 8:15 a.m. IST to 9:15 a.m. IST or 9:30 sometimes it will go. Okay, that's the timing. Course duration is going to go for around 75 days or more than that. Okay, including the weekends. You don't need to know any programming knowledge because we are already covering it in the course. We are covering Bash and Python scripting, so that should give you enough knowledge to learn automation tools. I'm not taking any evening batch, Bhaskar. You can check with Malti if the other trainer is there who can take evening class. What if I miss class? Will recording will be made available? Yes, recording will be available. Okay, we have a portal where we're going to upload. You'll have access to the portal. You can watch the video, recorded video, anytime you want from anywhere. Okay. Will you cover Nagios PagerDuty? No, we are not covering the monitoring side. Okay, this is a DevOps course, so we're focusing on automation, cloud computing and stuff. Okay, not the monitoring, but we are going to use CloudWatch and we are going to do some automation of the monitoring, and that's what you will be doing being a DevOps. If you want to enter into monitoring operations side, then you should focus more on Nagios and PagerDuty and Kibana and stuff. Being a DevOps, you should just know how you can automatically set that up. That I'm going to show you. Okay. DBA background, oh, come on. Okay. A little slow. DBA background can join the course. Absolutely. As it will be completely new tool. Okay, Shoaib. But DevOps is not a tool, man. DevOps is the complete process, right? DevOps lifecycle, it's not a tool. There are many tools that you're going to learn in the course, but DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is this lifecycle. Okay, so watch the video once again if you have doubt on what is DevOps. But first part of your question, DBA can join. Definitely you can join if you want to become a DevOps engineer. But if you want to be a database administrator and learn some DevOps, then this will be too much for you. If you want to migrate, shift, or start your career in DevOps, then this course is for you. Okay. Artifact purpose, which one will cover? Artifact purpose, which one will cover? I'm sorry, I did not get your question, Madhav. You have to rephrase your question, please. Docker Kubernetes will cover like certification level? No, absolutely not. This is not a certification course. Okay, certification course are different. All right. So if you want to do the certification, then you can ask me about that specific certification. I'll tell you how you can do it. Okay, this is not a certification course. This is project-based course. Okay, as we do it in real time. This course will help 3 years. Please don't ask me that question. Monitoring isn't DevOps part. We are not doing monitoring, by the way. Okay, there is a big confusion. This is because of some stupid trainer in the market, man, seriously, from some time. System people who worked in system administration, who are doing monitoring, they're trying to fudge DevOps more and more with this monitoring and stuff. Yes, there is monitoring. It's absolutely necessary for production environment. Your job being DevOps is not monitoring. Your job being DevOps in the monitoring is to maximum set up the monitoring tool, monitoring agent, logging agent, or set up the monitoring stack automatically, which is just like automating anything else. Okay. Azure is not important. No, it's not about important or not. AWS has many features and tools and technologies by which we can learn DevOps in general. Azure is more Microsoft focused. Okay, Azure is a different thing than AWS. Okay, Azure is more Microsoft product driven. All right, for .NET projects and all. It's not like it's not important. Of course, it's important for Microsoft guys. Okay, who are using Microsoft product. Thus, we need to know
Imran.
Python. If know whatever you say in Python is enough to do automation. Just a minute, let me answer this question. I'll come to you. So yes, you need to know Python, not mandatorily you need to know Python, but Python is a very versatile language. In DevOps we can use it to do some critical automation or complex automation that we can't do it with tools. Okay, so what I'm going to show in the course in Python, that is enough to do some automation, but I will also give you some learning material and some other course that you should be doing if you want to become more expert in Python, which I recommend as a regular thing. You need to regularly practicing Python. Okay, yes, someone was asking something, please go ahead. I want to hear some voice now.
Yeah. My question is that when DevOps is not a tool, what we can call it as? It's not a tool and it's not a software, it's not a technology.
It's a philosophy.
If someone is philosophy, we can say philosophy directly.
Yeah, you can
Or
say,
else
why
we
not?
can say
Sorry,
all right.
you can say, you can call it as a
We cannot
process, you
say
can call it as a philosophy. Okay, but see,
okay.
DevOps, see, the problem being it, I understand your concern. The problem being is, see, DevOps is not created by an organization or a company, right? So DevOps,
Correct.
as it's a process of philosophy, different people are defining it in their own terminologies. As that's why I say in the beginning, don't focus on the definition, focus on the objective. The objective of
Yeah, yeah.
DevOps is
But it is
total.
only important that I
Yes,
agree.
yeah. You can call it philosophy, you can call it process, you can call it culture. No, culture you can't. You can call it culture also now.
Culture.
Okay. But
Correct.
see, DevOps is a corporate term now. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it. It's not like it's still confused term. DevOps is a corporate term now. So you don't need to worry about
No,
that.
no, even top management people are also using the DevOps word, but most of them are thinking as an it's a tool.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah. So
yeah,
that is a misconception, and there are many misconceptions. I will tell you one thing, not to you, to everybody, not just to you. See, in DevOps, the biggest challenge that you are going to face in the IT industry is with people. Okay, not with tools. Tools you will learn, you will be doing automation, integrating, but the biggest problem in DevOps implementation are the people. Okay, all right, much background noise. So different people have different mindset. Okay, they'll look it from different perspectives. So that's why first you have to communicate and present the idea of DevOps. Okay. Yeah, for VMware
Yeah,
admin.
Imran.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Just
Imran. Yeah.
is there any weekend classes available for this course?
No. 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 Only weekly.
Only weekday classes. Okay.
Yes.
Imran. Yeah,
What's the
Imran.
timing?
Yes. Sanjay
Yeah,
Tiwari. Please go ahead.
yeah, Imran. First of all, thank you. Thank you for the patient and giving me giving. I mean, it's a really valuable class for the starting purpose. I
Thank
just
you.
want to ask a couple of questions.
Sure. Go ahead. Shoot.
First of all, as you said, how much this class is I mean important in with the certification perspective? Is this it will help? Or if
No.
we are going to for the certification, how we should prepare separately for this?
Yes. See, certification, first of all, you should set up goals on certification. There are short-term goals and long-term goals that you should set up for certification. Short-term goals will be like cloud computing certification or an tool certification, like probably Ansible certification. Okay, so I'm going to guide you after the end of the course in the farewell session that what you should be doing. See, at the end of the course, you'll develop an automatic interest in a area, maybe cloud computing, maybe containers, or maybe automation tools, or maybe Jenkins. So you will develop some interest by the end of the course. Following with that interest, I will show you different certification that you can do
No,
in
on
area.
a collaborative. Yeah. Yeah, on a collaborative way, if I'm going for the AWS certified DevOps professional, so it's not
Uh-huh.
a, I mean, it's, I mean, it
It's a
will be a
long-term goal.
good to after this completion. Yeah, it's a
Yes,
long,
after
yeah,
the
for
course,
long term.
you can start with preparation of that. I will tell you how you can prepare. But doing a AWS DevOps
Okay.
certification is a long-term goal, because for that see what we are going to cover in the course, that will be more than enough. You don't need to do associate architect certification. You can directly go with SysOps certification and DevOps certification. Or if you want, you can directly go with DevOps certification also, but that will be too much. Okay, so I recommend you go first with SysOps certification and then do DevOps certification. Okay, you don't need to do cloud practitioner certification or not even associate architect certification after the course, because we're covering a lot of cloud computing. You're going to see various technologies in DevOps, in SysOps area, DevOps area, and developer area. Okay, so DevOps is about different services and technologies, not just system admins, not just developers, not just this. So in the course you will see we are covering SysOps, developers, and DevOps services. So you will get a very good idea on AWS cloud computing. You can directly jump and start doing SysOps certification. Okay, you will not be novice, you will be a professional in AWS already.
So this class is regular or 1 hour class for 5 days a week, or a whole week for that?
1 hour, 1.5 hours sometimes. Sometimes there'll be Saturday sessions, extra sessions like for 1.5 hour, 2 hours like that. Okay. So total of
so how your organization is managing? Well, if as you, I mean, for example, you can a class, right? And I have any doubt of class completions.
So we have Google Classroom. We have Google Classroom where you are going to post questions in the class. You can ask the question, and you'll have enough documentation material and
24/7 is available, right?
Yeah, Google Classroom you can anytime post, right? You can respond to it, or anybody in the team.
No. Actually, I'm not talking about the asynchronous. Is there any kind of synchronous?
No.
Response.
No support. No. That's a very lazy or bad way of practicing, by the way. Okay, you don't need to have continuous support. If you have continuous support, you'll definitely become lazy. Okay.
See, actually, why I'm asking this one.
I'll take next question. Sanjay, please let other people.
Can you please stop? Please don't interrupt the class.
I'll come back. Anybody else? Okay.
Bindu here.
Yeah.
JFrog or any tool cover for Docker image artifact. We are going to store Docker images on Docker Hub, but doing it on JFrog or Nexus or any other registry or ECR is just almost similar. Just need to do a different configuration, which I will show you. Okay.
Which one will mainly prefer? JFrog or like any other?
No, it depends on the organization's requirement, man. Some people
prefer your organization.
Yeah, some people prefer in-house solutions. Some people prefer more stable and robust solutions. So it depends on the organization requirement. Anything we have, you can just say it's not a big deal. Okay, it's a very simple thing, man. Don't worry too much about that. It's very easy to put that. Like to know when will be the course started next week, as I said, by Thursday. Yes, Kiran, go ahead.
Actually, as you know, like you said, like you're not covering any monitoring tools, sir, but nowadays industry is looking for the monitoring experience as well.
Yeah, so that is like a system admin job. Okay, that's not a DevOps job.
But in profile, every interviewer expecting the monitoring experience as well, like ELKs,
I am the interviewer. I expect people to understand monitoring and not be an experience in monitoring. If I'm hiring a guy for doing 24/7 monitoring, then only I need a person to know monitoring. Okay. See, there are so many DevOps jobs in the market which are actually not DevOps jobs. Okay, they are labeling system admin job as DevOps, monitoring job as DevOps, build and release as DevOps. So that's a problem that everybody is facing, especially people like me are facing those problems. But if you're so much inclined towards monitoring, logging, operations, then I recommend you better learn system automation and administration. That will be enough. You don't need to go through all CI, CD and all those things. Okay.
But they are expecting along with the DevOps concept, like I have faced in interview. That's why I'm putting this question.
I told you already, right? Those are not real DevOps job. See, I have trained thousands of people. Those thousands of people are working, and so many people are responding back and coming back saying that all we are doing is system administration or we are running build jobs. Okay, we're not doing DevOps. Okay. Trust me when I say this, I have been in the DevOps from 2013. All right, so I know how it works. DevOps is
Okay,
related to
thanks, Imran.
VMware. No, VMware admin is administration job. At the max, VMware admin can do automation, like automatically spinning VMs or encapsulating all the VMs and deployment, automated VM deployments with the code and everything. But that's how it is. That much it is. Okay, that's how it will be related. VMware admin may work with a DevOps, or DevOps may work with VMware admin, but it's not interchangeable. Okay. Total AWS syllabus will cover in this course. All right, Arun, that's a joke. Total AWS syllabus, man, there are around 60 services in AWS for different target audience. Okay, definitely you don't want to learn the entire AWS. Okay, this AWS is divided into different categories: developers, sysops, DevOps, security, networking. Okay, so if you want to cover all of that, it may take you more than an year time, and which is not even necessary. Okay, so we are focusing on sysops and DevOps, that much. Does it online course, but
Imran,
my current company wants both monitoring and DevOps. Yeah, yes.
small
Who is
question.
that? Yes.
So in real time, like we will be using Vagrant, like or it's only for class purpose as of now, like we are using Vagrant.
Okay, I will answer you in a different analogy.
Did my question is correct?
Yeah, so let me give you an analogy. Okay, so you go to office. I mean, pandemic, no one going office, but let's say you go to office, right? And you may use your car, you may use your bike, or you may use metro, train, or bus. Does the organization worry about what you use to come to office?
No.
They only worry about you coming, right? So
Yeah.
that's how it is. What tool you want to use for your labs, for your testing, for your research, your company doesn't care about that. Okay, it's about, you will be deciding that you want to launch VMs manually on your laptop for practicing or researching, or you want to do it automatically. Being a DevOps, will be doing automatic automations from the beginning. I don't want you to waste your time in launching VMs manually, so we're going to use Vagrant tool for automation. That's it, that's all.
Okay. I mean, by using AWS, like there will be launching the EC2
But
instance.
how will you learn how you're going to do migration? You need to
For learning
understand first
purpose.
local
Okay.
implementation, then I'll tell you migration, right?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, so it's learning and researching purpose, we use tools like that. Okay, it doesn't matter what we use. If you prefer not Vagrant, something else, go ahead, doesn't matter. Okay, does it online course? It is an online course. But my current company wants monitoring and DevOps. Yeah, see guys, again, I don't know why you're fixated on monitoring so much. See, it's DevOps plus monitoring. It's DevOps plus development, DevOps plus security, DevOps plus database administration, DevOps plus software testing. So DevOps is plus with all the other teams in your organization, not just monitoring. Okay, so DevOps works also with software testing, so you can go ahead and learn software testing. Okay, so I'm not stopping you to learn from a tool. I'm just telling you that if you want to be a DevOps, focus on automation, process, CI/CD, these things. Okay, if you want to learn monitoring, it's not harm, it's a good thing. Okay, but monitoring learning is less than a week time, man. What is there in monitoring? Doing monitoring is long work. Okay, that comes with experience. Setting up monitoring is no big deal. In Kubernetes, you can set up monitoring in less than 5 minutes. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. But nowadays, again, monitoring, gosh, seriously, this is the problem with the people, not with you. You just happen to do research and getting this information, but people who are labeling ops job as DevOps or build and release as DevOps, right? So it's because of them. After every tool completion, will we get assignment interview questions? You're going to get assignment regularly, not just tool completion. While we are doing the tool, you're going to get assignments. If you're interested, you can do that, or if you want, you can skip it. Interview questions, I'll be telling you that this may be interview question, this could be interview question, so you have to just take notes on that. Okay. Or at the end of the course, I'm also giving you some bunch of interview question, but that is for reference. Don't do interview question by heart, okay? That's nonsense. We can make out in 2 minutes if you are by hearted or you really know the stuff. How much time will it take to complete the given course content? As I said, we expect 75 days around, but it may go more than that also, okay? How do you provide support? No, I don't provide any support. Okay, help yourself. That's how you will learn, man. Demo session superb. Thank you, Nagraj. That inspires me. Oh, people are leaving. Oh, hold on. Some links, I'm putting it in the chat. You will get this with the mail also. On the YouTube, I have created some video of what is DevOps, animated video, what is continuous integration, what is continuous delivery. Okay, animated video, small videos, 5 minutes video, enjoy them. Okay, DevOps video is little longer, 15 minutes. But you know, conceptually, you will be very clear with what is DevOps, what is CI, what is CD. Okay, plus you're going to get book link, a PDF also, advanced projects, DevOps project, DevOps advanced course, and you can subscribe to our Visualpath channel. Yes. What is the difference between DevOps and Azure DevOps? There's no difference. Azure DevOps happens to be DevOps by using Azure cloud computing. Okay, but DevOps means the same thing. Okay, so Azure DevOps is using Azure cloud computing, and it's mostly for this .NET based project. Without knowing, oh my God, again Martin. Okay, I'm done with this question. From testing background, you suggest to shift to new path after this course, or can we continue with QA and DevOps? Good, very good question, Sheikh Amir. See, you have to first make a decision whether you want to be a DevOps or you want to be a software tester only. If you want to be a DevOps, then this course is right for you. But if you want to be a QA and learn some DevOps, then this is too much. Okay, instead of that, you should focus more on your software testing, automation software testing, and you can learn some automation tool. And nowadays, even software testing courses, they're teaching you Jenkins and DevOps tool also. Okay, so find a course like that which can, you know, learn Jenkins, I would say. If you just want to be a QA and want to work with DevOps, then Jenkins and version control. If you learn Jenkins, you will understand, okay, what I'm saying. But if you want to shift, it's going to be a lot of work, and this course is for the people who want to start from very scratch.
Okay, Imran, Amir here.
Yeah, Imran,
yes. So you want me to?
Administrators, what do you suggest? Like, I'm a VMware administrator.
Hold on. It's talking. Give him a chance. I'll come to you, Jeet.
Yeah, Imran. So you want me to do this course or not? It's a straight question. So it will help my career path.
I'm telling you first. Make up your mind. Whether you.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Already one of my colleague is doing the course in the previous batch. Okay, so he suggested me. So that's the reason I have joined here. But his name is Raghuveer.
Okay.
Raghuveer.
So if you, so I think Raghuveer must have told you, right? This is going to be lots of hands-on course, and there's too much work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So so when I heard this goal settings or career path in my organization, right? So they used to give me the goal as you should be a DevOps knowledge. You should have the DevOps knowledge. So whether it will help me by doing this course,
it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. I will tell you this.
Then that's the reason I got the answer. I already messaged you. So you told that a QA tester can be a DevOps knowledge. Okay. So I said we got the answer. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Looking forward to have a session with you next class.
Thank you. Yes, Jeet.
Okay, yeah. Imran, I'm a VMware administrator. Like, do I need to, because in the interviews they're like on the job portals also they're asking DevOps concepts, everything. Yeah. So what is your suggestion on that? Because it will.
It's the same answer what I told to actually Amir. You know, you have to make up your mind. You want to be a DevOps. See, I was a VMware administrator long time back, 2011, 12, like that, and I wanted to do a lot of automation. So I had to leave VMware administration for that. That's what I'm saying. If you want to be in DevOps, you have to leave this VMware behind.
Okay. And like, do we need like the programming knowledge? Because I don't have
Yes.
any programming knowledge, so that's
No, I
one
already
thing.
told this in the class, right? We are taking Bash scripting and Python
Pattern.
scripting. Learn
Okay.
programming. Don't worry about that.
Okay. So, okay. So, but we will be doing like any automation we will be doing in the operation side, like
Yes, lots of
administration.
automation. Lots of automation we will be doing in maximum automation is in operation side only actually. In development side, there is very less automation involved because most
Oh,
of the things are already there. Okay, just tool-based automation will be there, but infrastructure side, maximum automation is there.
oh, okay,
That's
okay.
why in the beginning I'm covering Linux and basics of networking, cloud computing. So you understand the infrastructure and then you can start doing automation on it.
Okay. I think like half of the course I can understand because you're talking like infrastructure, networking,
Yes.
that concept.
Yes.
Yeah, but only half. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me think. I need some time because
Yeah, sure, man.
not.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
because
Because this is it could be a career change. Okay, so make decision wisely. All right, think about
yeah,
it. Okay,
yeah.
but
We
I
need
would
to put
say
lot
that
of time
even
also
if you
because
don't
other.
want to get into even if you don't want to get into DevOps, I recommend you learn automation. Okay.
Oh, okay. Automation
Very
in which area?
that is necessary in today's time. Admins, any operations level job, support level job. Okay, they are under constant radar, man. Okay,
Okay.
they'll be always
Automation
waiting.
means what tools I need to learn.
Oh, find out what you can use to do automation for VMware. There's you can use Perl, which is I don't think you must be this PowerShell. Okay, for
Okay.
connecting weak center and stuff. PowerShell you can learn Python and PowerShell. I think you should learn these two things.
Okay.
And
Okay.
find out if you have any good tool in VMware automation. You can learn them. Okay,
Okay. 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 Thank you very much.
no problem.
Okay.
Automation testing process purpose, can we use Selenium? Selenium based automation I have in this project, not in our class. Okay, so it's in this. If you're once you're done with the course, you can do this, or if you already know stuff, then you can hop on with this projects. Okay, there I've shown you how to use Selenium. I'm Python developer in a startup. I need to reset the whole development staging. Oh no, Python developer, this course will work for me. You have to reset up the whole development staging and production.
I
Python
have a
developer
question.
do all this. Okay, what kind of job are you working in, Faisal? You're a Python developer, and then they want you to set up whole development staging and production environment also. Okay, yes, you can do this course. Why not? More than welcome. But what
Your
kind of you in?
your Udemy course, I don't see any course files in the summary section of the course. Is there any reason why that is?
I'm sorry, come again?
Your Udemy course with the project,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a summary section where it tells you the number of hours and yeah, I don't see any like course files. So sometimes when you subscribe to a course, you see they'll put there are course files that you could use. For instance, if there's some sort of code or something, you can just download the files
So
directly from the.
I have shown that in a course prerequisite video, source code that you can download, and you
Oh,
can use
okay.
this project. Okay,
Okay.
because keeping it here because there are several branches in that and different branch I'm using for different projects, so it could be very confusing if people just get that source code link. Okay, but in the video itself I've explained you
Okay.
how you can
And
do
one
it.
last question. One last question. You have
Sure.
an e-learning course on your website. I think it's called Decoding DevOps.
Yeah.
That course also covers your V profile. Sorry if I'm not getting the project name right. The V profile app. So my question is, yes, I know in-person training would give you access to the trainer and you can ask questions. But aside from that,
Right.
what does this offer and that does not offer?
Oh, it's same as you already have summarized it. This gives you the access to me, so you can ask me question, you get assignments, you practice, you have doubts, you can ask me anytime in the class. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Plus, people mostly prefer someone live than watching videos. Watching videos for doing a course is mostly for people who already know tools and technology. They want to just get to know a few things, but learning it from the scratch from the videos is kind of very difficult for most of the people. So we are giving you both ways. In Udemy, I'm going to release this course also. In Udemy also, decoding DevOps course. Maybe in few weeks I'll be releasing. Everything is ready.
Okay.
So again, same there is no difference. Same thing. Live.
Sorry, one last question. I know that people might have questions. Some training programs give you access, like lifetime access to different batches. Is that the case, or this is you pay and just attend one batch and that's it?
See, you pay and you get access to more than around an year access, so you can join anytime later also. But since I am constantly innovating as per the market, we add new things, remove old things, right? So this like that. So after a year, the course may be very different, 1 or 2 years. So that time you need to pay. Okay, but you'll have
okay,
recorded
but just 1 year. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
The reason why I ask, because it's a daily
Udemy,
course, and
Udemy,
no, I'm not talking about Udemy. I'm talking about your online course, your in-person course.
In-person course will be changing. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. People have commitments. Life happens, right? So what happens if you just cannot complete the batch? Do you have access to another batch? That is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, you have access to another batch, as in my batch, for a year.
Okay. Okay, that's fine then. Thank you.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah, Imran, do you have any Udemy automation videos in Udemy? Have you made anything?
That's what is was talking about. That's my code. That's me.
Okay, okay. Oh, this is DevOps projects, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. No, like administration side.
No.
Automation. Oh, okay. For administration, okay. We don't have.
Oh, that I am releasing in a week or so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I just put my email in the chat, so
yes,
you
they
can
will
share.
contact you. Don't worry, my team will contact you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So you
nice
will get the
session. Yeah.
Thank you, Jit.
Thank you.
You will get the PPT, everyone. Don't worry about that. I am sysadmin. Which DevOps is better for me? Which DevOps? What do you mean, which DevOps? Is in Azure thing? Okay, rephrase your question, please. We'll give tips for resume preparation. I'll give you some 10 to 15 resumes. Okay, not just tips. I'll give you tips plus resumes. That's interview questions, and there'll be farewell session. Okay, there's too much background noise. I have to mute you. Sorry. Good knowledge base class. My question is, as I am from different background, how far and how good we get placement as fresher, or else what? Yeah, see, from a very long time, there was not many jobs for freshers in DevOps, but we are already getting requirements. If you are a fresher, contact Malti, contact my team. We have a different kind of batch for fresher placement batch. You contact them, you tell them that you're a fresher, recently passed out. We're going to put you in a different batch. Okay, it's a placement batch. We have openings for freshers. Okay, lots of opening for freshers. So contact them. Anybody who is a fresher, contact my team, tell them that you're a fresher. We'll have a different session for you. Okay, we have also openings, so we train you and we place you. Okay, so make sure you do that. And this is for freshers, not experienced.
So, Imran, I have a question.
This course includes Docker topic. Just a moment, Kiran. Let me go through the questions in the chat. I'll come back to you. Sir, would this course include Docker and Kubernetes topic? Yes, absolutely. I've already talked about it. You'll get the slides. You can watch this later also. This video also, I've already explained this. We are having Docker and Kubernetes. There, Docker Kubernetes with 3 projects. Okay. No, we don't have all. This is not a Docker and Kubernetes course. If you want all the Docker and Kubernetes or Kubernetes administration course is there separately. Okay, you can learn that course. Nice presentation and well covered topic, very clear. Thank you very much, Amit. Can you please I already responded to your query, Faisal. Okay, I'm really confused with your job role. Python developer setting up production environment, that doesn't make sense at all. So if you can open up your mic and talk, maybe I can understand it. Also, sir, please explain the real scenario as well, like how will I get the project? Yeah, that's what this I'm talking about, right? Just me so far. Real-time implementation, how you're going to communicate, collaborate, all those things we're going to cover. You want to do it for your own? Okay. Yeah, absolutely, man. It will be very good opportunity for you to learn how to set up environment on cloud computing, containerize the application, and you can implement same in your project also. See, there are many people who already working in DevOps and they do the course, and while we cover a topic, they start doing similar implementation in their project. There are many people who are doing it. Okay, you're a Django developer. Okay, so you already know Python. You're an expert in Python. You don't even need to learn programming and all. You can learn automation very easily. Okay, but operations side you need to work more. I'm recent undergrad. I'm good coding, and I also have recent undergrad or grad. If you're a graduate, as I said, contact my team. They have a separate batch for placement. Fresher for doing live projects, what should be the system requirement? Okay, I will talk about the system requirement in the first day of the class, Javed. Okay, if you're talking about this project, Udemy project, then I have explained already in the prerequisite what you need. Prerequisite video is free to watch also. No, tools prerequisite setup. Okay, so I've explained you what all the systems you need. Very less laptop computer requirement, more requirement is on the cloud computing side. Okay, so you can use cloud computing, you just need high-speed internet connection. Okay, I'm fresher. Contact my team. You're a fresher. Contact my team, please. There's a placement batch for freshers. Any WhatsApp group? No, we have a Google Classroom. We're going to collaborate from there. Thank God I came till the end. Last question was that. Okay, yeah. All right. So I will go offline in few minutes. So if you have any final questions, 5 minutes, please go ahead.
Yeah, Imran, do you have any plans to teach AWS?
Why you want to learn it separately? We're covering most of the AWS sysops and DevOps concepts in the course.
If it is DevOps,
If you want to learn more AWS, it will be only for certification. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay. No. If you teach separately, so that I am interested, because DevOps will be too much for me. So that's what I was thinking.
No. It's not going to be too much. You just need to practice. Okay. You just need to practice, guys. Nothing else. Right? Don't worry. I'm here. I've done it like thousands of times. Yeah. All you need to do is practice. Just follow. Okay. Everything will fall in. Don't worry. Okay.
Imran, last question.
Yes. Last question from you or for
currently? For me also, for two also, you two also.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, currently I'm holding 9 years experience in industry as a support engineer. For example, if I move to completely DevOps and AWS, then how much experience can I keep and I can survive in the organization? Can I keep at least 4 to 5?
That question, I don't have any answer to it. Okay, that's up to you to decide, man, how much experience you're going to put and all.
No, because this course content, like how much level it will take. I mean, like at least 4 years guy or 5 years guy. Like,
how can we define like that? How can we set a boundary like that, man? Kiran, think about it. You do this course and you have like now 2 years of experience, or you have like 4 years of experience. See, it's not about how many years you worked. It's about how much you worked. Okay, some people in 1 year they'll do lots of things. Some people 10 years they will not do anything. They'll be doing very robotic work. So the measurement is not right. The unit is not right to measure. Getting my point? So I can't give you a proper answer on that.
Experience, like knowledge is important, as you said, right?
Yeah, so after doing the course you can decide yourself. Plus you have DevOps 20 real-time projects that I have created. You can do those things also. More experience you will get. Okay, this is much more advanced. This is for
Is
my
it keep
previous.
updating the 20 projects,
Yes.
Imran?
Yes. How recently only launched, man, and already 2 videos were updated there. 2 months, third month is there. Okay, this is just the third month. Just recently this launched, and I already have few other in the pipeline. I'm going to create another DevOps project. Those will be container and based. Another course. Actually, two more new course will be coming. One will be coming in 1 or 2 weeks, and in some time we'll be getting more. So I was waiting for the feedback. Actually, that's all. I'm getting very good feedback. People are also contacting me on LinkedIn, and also they're very happy with this. I was waiting for this feedback, uh, and now if I have a good feedback on the recorded course, I will be producing more course. Okay.
Hopefully, we'll get more like positive reviews, Imran, in future also.
Hopefully, let's see. All right, guys, that is all for
So
today.
my
I guess
company is
whatever
working
people
in.
have already.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
so my company is working in Azure DevOps. So it is good for me to do this training.
No, you can do Azure DevOps. That will be better for you. This is more of a covering everything, general DevOps. Okay, we are using AWS cloud computing. So this will give access you or understanding to any kind of DevOps
Mostly
environment.
we are dealing with. Okay, so it's basically a cloud actually, Azure, and I have done AWS, but I have not done an Azure. So I'm talking about that. It is good for me to practice on the tools rather than to focus on cloud.
See, you should be first worrying about your present and then about your future. Your present demands you to know Azure DevOps. You should focus on that first. Learning tools and understanding DevOps in general will give you understanding of anywhere you go. You will get understanding of DevOps projects. Any project you get in, you have to implement DevOps. You will understand what they mean. You'll be able to communicate, talk. But Azure DevOps is very limited to just cloud computing, Azure and Azure based product. Okay, Microsoft based product. It's very limited. Okay, so if your current present requirement is learning Azure DevOps, then you do that first. Then you learn just general DevOps. But if I have to tell you a proper way of learning, if you don't have a specific requirement now or then you should learn generally DevOps tools and technologies, and then you should focus on a specialization like Azure DevOps or AWS DevOps or container based DevOps, like that. Okay, that should be the right way. But your current.
Okay, so because I'm a trainer, so I do not know about this a lot in this tech, so I'm a little bit unaware with this. All of this.
Okay, again, it's about making up your mind, man. Nobody will tell you what to do. It's finally at the end you decide what you have to do. Okay, everybody will say this is good, or that is good. Okay, answers will be biased. My answer is not biased, by the way. Okay, I say you focus first on your present, and then you try to do things for your future. Otherwise you'll be just worrying about future. Currently whatever your requirement you have, you don't learn those things, your present will be spoiled. I am from backup admin background. I just want to know how will my past technical knowledge be helpful here in DevOps. Little bit, not too much, to be frank. Backup administration,
I think so. I think so. Tools is more I need to focus rather than to be cloud. I think so, according to me, because I'm learning from last 1 year, but I have rather than I know the basics. So I
Okay, then
think
you
it
know
is
what,
good for me
Abhimanyu, you do one thing, you join my course,
to
that's all.
learn it.
You join my course, okay, and then you focus on whatever you want to learn, Azure DevOps.
Okay.
And all, okay, it'll give you you'll get a complete idea on DevOps then. Okay, backup admin. Sorry, I was answering Vamsi's question. I'm from backup admin. So see, from an experience point of view, from a learning point of view, little help. If you have knowledge on Linux and all, it will be great help in learning DevOps. But in an interview point of view, it will not be a great advantage. Okay, but I won't say that it's a disadvantage being a backup admin, because everybody in the DevOps have come from some or the other background. You can't every time start blaming your background. Okay, in interview, what matters is how well you present yourself, about the technologies that you know, how well you present. So while you're presenting, that time doesn't matter what you were, but when learning point of view, backup admin, little help is there, not great help. All right, guys, I think we are done. It's almost 11. It's almost 2 hours. Lots
Hi
of
Imran, Srinivas here.
okay, yeah.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. Last, might be a last question. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
might be.
Actually, I'm currently in the project where we are already following all the processes what you have mentioned.
Yeah. Can you give me a
That,
moment, Srinivas? Just few seconds. Few seconds.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Good.
Yeah. Okay. To give a background, currently my project, we are already following all these processes, what you have explained. Well, all the processes, I'm not that much deep in the project now. So I'm aware of those, but not in the detail level at every stage. Yeah.
Okay.
Example where you mentioned the Jenkins pipeline. Yeah, I know there is a pipeline where one of my colleague does the trigger of the pipeline, but what exactly the pipeline and how it looks like and what is in that. Yeah,
How the
how we,
setup was done and why it was done, that you don't know, right?
exactly. So I'm aware that there's a process ongoing, but not in the details of every process. Yeah,
You are in a very good position, man. You already have a real-time working pipelines and all. You're already in a project. You have a DevOps. So I think if you learn DevOps, you can, very easily understand the concept and start implementing also in the project. Or you can
exactly.
preview
So
your existing project also. You're already in a very good position.
yeah, so that's what I'm missing, those details where I'm lagging behind, where I would like to focus. So would we in the course focus on those details so that I can
Well,
make up or learn?
you tell me. I don't know about your project, but you're going to get this slide. Okay, go through it, and you see if you know what you're using in your pipeline, in your automation DevOps process.
It's almost exactly the same. Like we are using our AWS machine. Everything almost the same. Yeah.
And it's a golden opportunity for you. This course is a golden opportunity for you, right?
Yes. My only problem is I'm not in India, so I will not be able to join the morning course. That will be too early. I already woke up today for this session at 5 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I understand. By the way,
So
I'll tell
this
you
is,
one thing. There are people from European region. They wake up in midnight for the course, for this course.
I'm calling from Germany, so it's already.
Oh, you're Germany. You said US, right? First.
No. I'm in Germany. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So people from your area, right? Germany, UK, what was that? Ireland, different places, right? From European region, they wake up in the midnight and join the course. I know for a fact some people very closely, my students, they didn't miss even a single day. That was a lot of dedication. I was, if you ask, I will not be able to do it, right? But yeah, when you have to do it, you have to do it, man, right?
So what are the timings? So as you said, if I'm not wrong, it is 8.
Yeah, it's this timing 8:15 a.m.
So that means that would be 4:40 in the morning. So okay, I need to make up my mind early regarding that.
Yes. And by the way, if you miss someday, there is anyways recorded videos. You can watch it. But the problem with going with always is recorded is, you miss the practice.
Exactly.
And I want you to practice at the same day, whatever we are taking, so you can follow along.
Exactly. And yeah, that's always good, because interactive, when you have a question in your mind, you can
Yes,
directly shoot
yes.
it up, rather than
So
holding, and when you ask back, then you miss.
no, that's make the course very interesting, you know. I know if I show
Yeah.
you Google Classroom, there are so many people who, you know, practicing getting error, they put the screenshot detail, and, you know, they get the answer in the class or right there on the Google Classroom.
Exactly.
And, you know, they get that inspiration, right? That motivation. They keep
Yes.
doing it, keep practicing, and that's how you learn DevOps, man. Only with practice.
Exactly. Yeah. As you said, communication, getting the things
Yeah.
clarified, understand, and move on. That's very
Right.
important. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Good. Okay. Will there be any additional, any possibility for the other timings from your side?
Nope. Nope. I just take 2 batch in the morning. That's it.
Okay. Good. Because the way you are presented, that really made me impressive.
Thank you.
With the details. But my only point is about the timing, because I do not know how long will I work in the evenings also sometimes.
Yeah. I
Okay.
understand.
Okay,
So
then
decide on
it's
that.
up to
You
me.
can easily join and you can test yourself also. And then, you know, if you're able to do, you can continue. I'm sure you will get interested and you'll follow along. Okay. And then you can make your mind. At least join first week, 2 weeks. Okay. See for yourself.
Okay, then can I talk to the organizer, not content organizer, but the course organizer, how I
Yeah.
can make it for this 1 week or 2 weeks?
Yes. Talk to them.
Okay.
Just tell
Okay.
them that I told this, so they will be doing it. Okay. I'll tell your
Sorry?
name, Srinivas. Right? Now I will tell
Yeah.
them that Srinivas has this problem, so don't worry about that. Okay. We'll handle it.
Okay. Okay, good. Then I will make up my mind and then speak to them. Yeah.
Sure, man. Interesting
Super good.
question.
Thanks a
Being
lot.
discussed.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, everyone. It's anyways, most of the people have left because it's very long time now. So I will also
Yes.
take your leave. Thank you very much for joining. I will see you in the class. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah,
Have a good.
Imran,
Thank
are
you.
you
Bye bye.
uploading this video in the YouTube?
Yes, it will be uploaded today.
Okay, thank you very much, Imran. Nice
problem.
session.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time, Imran. Very
Thank you.
much
Bye-bye.
appreciated. Thank you. Bye.